Hey everyone, it's Alessandro here from LaserGamer.net. I'm sitting down with Glen Schofield here from Sledgehammer Games. Glen, how you doing?
Good man. Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
Cool. So I've just played a bit of multiplayer, Call of Duty multiplayer. It's my first time actually playing the multiplayer. So
really?
Yeah. So we've had a few guys from Gamescom playing it and stuff like that. So firstly, I mean, this is Sledgehammer Games' first full Call of Duty that they've had their hands on. What was that type of experience?
It's very humbling. It's a true honor to work on Call of Duty, on something this big. You know, it's the biggest franchise in the gaming industry. So yeah, I mean, it's humbling.
And you're also the first studio that had the 3-year development cycle on it. Normally it's just a 2-year development cycle. So was that extra year really crucial in getting out the game that you wanted to make?
Absolutely. I mean, we were also focused just on pure next gen, and so for us to really take advantage of the hardware, we needed the extra year. And taking advantage of the hardware also meant us creating a new engine.
And speaking of the new engine, I mean, Call of Duty has always prided itself on 60 FPS gameplay. You know, it's what's needed for the competitive multiplayer and stuff like that. How hard was it getting this new engine to both look good and run efficiently on next-gen hardware?
Well, I'm not the most technical guy. My job's in the creative end, but and if I said the wrong thing, the engineers would be all over me. But you know, we've got a really good team, and you know, they were able to create an engine that not only runs smooth, runs 60 frames a second. The artwork looks fantastic. You know, the art looks really good.
It already looks a lot better just playing it.
Yeah, it's really nice, and you know, it's a testament to the team, but also to the hardware.
And then, I mean, you've worked on games like Dead Space, which are purely narrative. You know, the focus there is on story. So have you brought that type of expertise to Call of Duty, which has always had a narrative, but never one so, you know, powerful in that sense?
Well, we've brought our skill set, which is, you know, in many cases is very interested in telling a good story. And so we like to think so. I mean, that's one of the goals of this game, one of the major goals was to tell a compelling story. And we've spent 3 years working on that story.
And you got Kevin Spacey working on that for you. I mean, what type of caliber of acting does someone like Kevin Spacey bring to the board?
2-time Academy Award winner is, you know, the way I put it is that being able to stand within 10, 15 feet of someone like him when he's acting is something that, again, is an honor. It's something I'll never forget, because I've watched a lot of actors, and you know, some very good ones, and he's just truly amazing.
And Call of Duty's single player is always about the set pieces. You know, there's those explosive pieces where they're memorable, like the one we saw upstairs in Lagos, just basically jumping from car to get another van. Can fans expect that throughout the campaign? You know, the vehicles, all of that.
Well, I think we like to think at Sledgehammer that's one of our specialties too, and yeah, we blow some pretty big stuff up. It's not just about the explosions, but we call them big moments, and so the opening 2 minutes is probably the biggest, most expensive thing we've ever built, and it took a while, but you know, at the end, it's huge.
It's all about those first few minutes, that first, you know.
Oh, yeah.
That first expectation. So moving on to multiplayer, I had a chance with it now, and I mean, the exo suit brings a lot of change to the core gameplay. Was that a worry at first? You know, were you worried that fans would oppose the change, or did you always know that the change you were bringing to probably one of the most perfect formulas in multiplayer gaming would work?
No, I mean, we weren't sure of it. I mean, we're fans, we play. And so we prototype, we iterate, we put it in white boxes where we're just playing for months and months and months, and been building stuff out and putting it into the old levels just to seeing how it would go. No, there was nothing like a crystal ball to see if it would work or not. But over time, we realized everyone to a person was like, this is something special. So what we did was we just kind of kept iterating and saying, okay, at some point, everybody else will feel the same way, and that's what we hope.
In terms of the exoskeleton, did you know from the beginning that it was going to have an impact on gameplay this way, especially in terms of the multiplayer?
Yeah. So, you know, the exoskeleton is one of the first things that we had in the game, and not with all of its moves and everything, but boost jump. And when we first started showing boost jump around, it was a little controversial. There's no doubt. And then we kept adjusting how much of a boost we gave it, and how far and how high and how fast and that sort of thing. And there was still a lot of question, even up to maybe a year and a half ago, on whether it would go in the main line of multiplayer. And it got to a point where the more people played, the more they were like, this is something special. And then it eventually got into sort of this is what we're shipping with in the main line, to nowadays we can't even imagine that we thought differently.
Yeah.
We definitely like something like that changes the gameplay in a big way, is still fun, and at times can be, controversial, and that's not actually the right word, but something like that as a game designer, you look for those, and then just hope that eventually over time people will get around to it, because your job is to actually think 6 months ahead.
You're not thinking what's good now, you're thinking what's going to be good a year from now, basically.
Yeah, the most disruptive ideas are ones that are controversial in the beginning.
And just to wrap things up, I mean, multiplayer has changed in a big way, and Call of Duty has always been focused on your esports crowd. How important was it to get that balance so that, just casual players of Call of Duty would have fun with the new mechanics, but it wouldn't break, ultimately, the massive competitive nature of the game?
Well, we take esports very seriously. We also take, of course, the millions of fans very seriously. So it was a delicate balance. And I think luckily in the end we've been able to strike it pretty darn well, because the esports guys have been very receptive to it. Matter of fact, they come into the offices and work with us. But at the same time, we want to make sure that we don't alienate anybody with them. People thinking it's just way too hardcore. And right now we're in a good spot.
And just to finish off, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare will be out when?
It's the same. It's in. No, it's not. Not Japan. That's why I'm saying. Okay. Call of Duty Advanced Warfare will be out on November 4th.
Cool. Thank you, Glenn, and thank you for sitting down with us for this interview. It's awesome. Cheers, guys.